Hello and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Oh, this looks different. Yeah, like I said, after restarting enough times, the layout starts to change a little bit.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
just to
doors,
throw you off.
He entered the door on his left.
Okay, was there anything else? I'm trying to think, was there anything else by actually going this route? I don't think there is.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last,
What?
proof that he was human.
Okay, Stanley is a masochist,
But eager
obviously.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
I think I
on
had
his
that
left.
figured out before, though.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I know
There's
that.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
Oh.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
At this
Why,
point,
I
yes.
don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah.
Aha, perhaps you
Oh.
misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, you're gonna do me dirty like this, huh? Well, screw you, buddy.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Tricky.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
Oh,
don't
yes.
let me stop you.
This is probably my favorite ending, by
There's
the way.
nothing here. I haven't even finished building this
Or-
section of the map.
No,
because
it-
you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
It's a
Broken
tie, I
rooms,
think.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
My other
You
favorite's
must think
coming
I
up
put a lot
soon.
of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yeah, but-
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
You had to sacrifice some of the other assets, I see, but okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some
Okay.
real critical feedback here.
Okay, well, let's, yeah... 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really. Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be
this
perfectly
narrator.
candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Whoa. Oh. What? Oh, the Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. What? This game needs a leaderboard. What? Not, doors open, doors attempted, steps taken, endings achieved, doors closed. Wait, these are all the top players. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Oh, this is me. 9,328. Objectively ranked 9,328 out of 9,328 players worldwide. Oh, why not ask some friends for help? Error, friends list is empty. Ass. 1.3 players. Skip the intro sequence. Oh, a dead rat did better than me. Okay, thanks. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Jesus.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Bite me.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
I guess not.
In this game,
the hell?
baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4 hours?
Give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay. Oh, God. And yes, the narrator expects you to do this for 4 hours. It does unlock another ending, but I am not going to do this bullshit for 4 hours straight. This is so obnoxious. And after about 2 hours or so, he adds another aspect to the game where you have to... He puts up another button where you have to stop a puppy from being lowered into a pool of piranhas. And you have to alternate between the 2 buttons. So you know what? Screw this.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
The latter, well, I don't know what to do.
Both.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay,
it's
good.
over.
Bye.
Thank you for playing.
Oh.
Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just ease the pain.
Sounds good to me.
Let's see. What do we have here?
What, you actually gonna give us something?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What? You actually got something? Oh my God.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Minecraft,
the
really?
one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Damn
but is
right.
it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
I can't
When
actually...
I say this, I'm done making things for you.
I still can't actually do anything.
I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Okay. Go for it. Oh.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
Is it?
I made
wow.
it, Stanley. Look
great
Gaze
freaking job.
You
are like the master. The master of Minecraft.
But you've only seen it from the outside.
Yeah,
you've
it
only
sucks.
Gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it doesn't look any better on the inside.
Isn't it grand?
No.
Isn't it perfect?
No.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
That how you're gonna polish this turd? Okay, if you say so. Is this... Did he even get some of the... Did he even get the music? It sounds very similar at the very least. I haven't played Minecraft in a while.
It looks like it's going to
I should get back into that.
You brought a light.
I don't know if anyone would want to actually watch me play Minecraft, though.
No, this is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
So I don't think it's something I'd let's play or stream.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant.
Yeah.
This won't do at all.
Well, thankfully,
1 out of 5.
What?
Even the diamonds couldn't save this one.
Did I hear a creeper?
Okay, new game.
Oh shit! Okay. I was gonna say I thought I heard like a creeper or a zombie or something. Huh? Now where'd you take us?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
You would. We're
trapped in a glass
you would love
box
this.
with no way out.
We're in Portal now.
It's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be?
Oh my god.
I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh god, if the narrator and GLaDOS got together, holy shit. Those two would get along so well. Oh, broke something. No, come with me.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Yes. Okay, this goes here.
Genius.
Anyone?
No, actually, you know what?
Oh, what?
I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble
What?
through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for
Narrator, why?
Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here.
Oh.
You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then, I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley.
Bye.
Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Oh, our radio's dead. Work in progress. Oh god. Where the hell are we now? Hello? I ask again, where the hell are we? Actually, I do know what this place is. We are in the original build of the Stanley Parable, back when it was the aforementioned Half-Life mod. Albeit it looks a little darker and a little more dilapidated, but yeah, this was how it originally looked. And there's our office, 427. Nothing we can do here, though.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back, but there's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Well, that path was definitely interesting. Oh, we're back in this darkened hallway. I need to find... okay. I still need to find a couple more terminals with that, like, access something. Now, oh, there we go. Input. Okay, there's only one more, wait, can I... There we go.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately.
Oh,
and
okay.
cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Anyways, there's just one more of those that I need, and I know where it is. But for right now...
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, we'll go through the red door this time.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices.
The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Yeah, we're suddenly
Don't you see that it's
running in
killing you,
circles.
Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Now where's he taking us?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It is quite tranquil, yes. It is very nice. But you know what? As nice as this place is...
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
We can jump off. YOLO!
No!
Oh, ow.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
No.
No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But
Did you?
I guess that was too much to ask.
Did you really?
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Although I gotta say, he sounds genuinely depressed in this. Almost feel a little bad for him. Almost.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
And there's our last input. And that should be all of them. Welcome to heaven. And it's just buttons. Lots and lots of buttons. This is Stanley's heaven. It's like bubble wrap, isn't it? Now I don't. If we click all these buttons, well, I guess we can. I don't know if anything actually happens. No, probably not. But yeah, that's all there is to that ending. Still rather amusing. Oh God.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I am not cleaning all that paper up.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I think there's
Stanley
just
knew it
one
perfectly
ending
well.
left.
Perhaps he wanted to stop
And
by
I
the
think
employee
it's...
lounge first. Just
I think
to
it's a
admire
good
it.
one to end it, to end this whole
It was okay.
LP on. It was. That's all he has to say this time.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Nope.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Have you been paying attention?
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white,
That is not what happened, you lying bastard.
Somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Busted.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please
Really?
observe this helpful instructional video.
What?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Oh, my goodness, is it 4:30? I am supposed to be
Excellent.
having a back
Making
sack.
choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But
Really?
not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. Oh, you got fences and everything up, so keep me
Now
from
that we
jumping
know your
off.
choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Yes.
That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No!
Oh.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. Okay, yes, we gotta go this way now.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoa. Oh. Did he, Oh, where the... Oh, are we...
Oh! I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah.
You just had to see?
That's
Didn't I
it.
impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Hello?
Just behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine. We'll go this way. Is it still ruined?
Yet
No,
there was
we're
not a
good.
single person
Okay.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase,
Oh, you
Stanley
blocked
walked
this off,
upstairs
too.
to his boss's office.
This room looks different, though.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely
yes.
behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Oh.
Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now
That
he would
pain with
draw
the
from within
panda.
himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Okay, Night Shark 11137? Hello?
Stanley spoke the code.
Night Shark 115.
Oh,
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
okay, Night Shark 115. This game doesn't have voice recognition, does it?
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah, the game
You
doesn't have
didn't
voice
mishear me, did
recognition.
you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
And I don't
Otherwise
think-
we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
My player is a silent protagonist. We can't speak.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here?
Because
you
you-
had a choice, you know.
What?
You could have gone
What?
through the door on the right.
What?
You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over
You
there.
liar!
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something
You
to me.
forced me
Explain
here.
yourself, you coward.
Oh, you bastard. You hypocrite.
Stanley came to a set of
What?
two open
What?
doors.
Where?
He entered the door on his left.
Where he separated us from Stanley.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
But now Stanley can't do anything.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Karma's a bitch, isn't it, narrator?
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay, but that was it, then. That was the Stanley Parable. Okay, once again takes us, though, to
All of his
a new set
co-workers
of
were
rooms,
gone.
but
What could it mean?
it's still going to be
Stanley decided to
it's
go
still
to
going to
the
be the
meeting
same.
room.
Yeah,
Perhaps
there's
he
the
had
two
simply
doors.
missed the memo.
So yeah, that was the Stanley Parable. Again, very well written game. Again, about the whole idea about choice in video games. But that was all for now. That is this Low Bias Monthly. I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know if you guys might want to see me do another game like this. If someone else doesn't already do it for that monthly, it's called Dude Stop. It's another game that reminded me very much of this. About, like following the path the narrator sets for you, or just going against him and just get a rise out of defying the narrator at every turn. Scarlet I know is doing another game very similar called Icy, which follows that similar format. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.
I'm playing a game.